Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In this video, a quick first impression of a watch that I purchased recently. But first, let's start with a wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my Seiko SKX009J1 and I wear it here on a beautiful NATO strap. This is a Zulu diver and I think the color is Admiral Gray. Very nice NATO strap. And really love the Seiko SKX009, the J version, beautiful bezel alignment, really nice bezel action, 120 clicks. Now with the SKX discontinued, Seiko has the beautiful Seiko 5 line that really looks like the SKX in terms of that case. As you can see, this is just very similar. I think dimensions are also very similar. The crown located at the 4 o'clock, just like with the SKX. Now what we have here we have a 100-meter water resist watch. We have drilled lugs, as you can see, super nice for changing the watch strap. We have a GMT bezel. We have a GMT complication. I'm going to zoom in shortly, but just to show you what's inside the box. So this is the watch. The watch comes originally on this Jubilee bracelet. That is actually quite nice. We're dealing with 22 millimeters at the case and it tapers down quite a bit. I guess this must be 18. Let me double check. Yeah, 17.5. And the buckle itself is about 19. So quite a nice taper with this metal bracelet. I'm not a big fan of Seiko bracelets. As you can see, we have pins and we have a fold over clasp with buttons. Quite cheap parts here, as you can see, pressed metal. But the beautiful thing about this clasp is we have a whole bunch of micro adjustments. As you can see right here, we have 4 positions. So you should be able to find a fairly good fit with this original Jubilee style metal bracelet by Seiko. And as you can see, this time around, we have solid end links. So that's really nice. Now this is what it looks like on the original metal bracelet. Jubilee, a beautiful taper, combination of polished and brushed parts. And as you can see, it fits the case quite nice. There's a little bit of a gap, not too bad, and definitely much better than the previous Jubilee bracelets. For example, the one that I had with my Seiko SKX013, 007, 009, there was much more a gap, but this fits much nicer because it's solid, it's not hollow. And as you can see, that works quite nice. Nice buckle, no dive extension, but then again, this is not a dive watch. So really nice clasp, 4 micro adjust, as you can see. I did not size this to my wrist yet, but I would say like the metal bracelet is overall it's quite nice. I simply don't like wearing these kind of bracelets because there's no on-the-fly adjustment. You always need to have your spring bar tool with you. But yeah, it's quite a nice bracelet, especially for the price point. And I do think that it suits the watch quite nicely. That combination of brushed and polished. And here in the underside, we can see how it fits the case. It fits quite nice, as you can see. And here we have that movement. As you can see, quite a nice combination. This Jubilee bracelet really plays with the light as well as the bezel. So I think it's quite fitting. Okay, I decided not to use that metal bracelet because I'm not a big fan of metal bracelets when they don't have a quick adjust system. So let's have a closer look. entry-level box, as you can see. Nothing wrong with that. So this is the manual for a bunch of different watch movements by Seiko. And here we have it. So this is the 4R34 according to the paperwork, which is basically a movement that looks like the 4R35, but it has a GMT function. So that's really nice. I bought this one secondhand, and as you can see, it's not even a year old. So that's really good. And I purchased it because I just wanted to have a look at it and see if I'm going to keep it in my collection or pass it on. But I'm very curious about this particular 5 series. I did not own a recent 5 series by Seiko. I have been looking, I will show it right now in the picture. I've been looking at a kind of a watch that reminds me of the SKX with only 100 meters of water resist. And I did not purchase it, but I've been tempted to buy it. So this is some spare links, and as you can see, the links work with these pins. I don't see a tag, unfortunately. Okay, there's no tag, but I will leave the number of the watch right here in your screen, so you have a reference number. And I think it's time to zoom in. So here we have it. What do we have right here? We have a beautiful Seiko sports watch with a push and pull crown. Let's just give it a gentle wind. And as you should notice, the watch will start running, the movement will start running by just giving it a gentle wind. And this particular crown is not signed, as you can see right here, and it's quite large. It's easy to operate. Now when we push our nail underneath this, we can pop the crown. If we pop it twice, then as you can see, the movement will stop running, which allows for hacking, precise time setting. So when we move the the minutes, as you can see, the GMT hand will also follow the minute and hour hand, as you can see right here. Now when we look up close, we can see automatic GMT with a beautiful splash of red at the 6 o'clock. And I really like that automatic font on the 6 o'clock. And now when you see that the bezel plays with the light, you can notice we have a top part that goes like that, which is black, and we have a gray part that is in the southern part of the dial, which indicates black the night and gray the day. So that way you can easily distinguish whether it's day or night. Now let's continue. This is about 11 p.m. We can already see that date change here with the date magnification at the cyclops here at the 3 o'clock. So let's continue. This is about 11:30, and as you can see, the date is already almost changing completely. So yeah, we had a full day change at about 10 to 12. So that's perfect. And now when we change the time to about, let's do about 9 in the morning. Yeah, let's do 9 in the morning. So you can see the hands complete. So in this configuration, we can see the Seiko logo at the 12 o'clock with the S or with the 5 from the sports line. Now when I actually, I want to go back to 6 in the morning. Let's do 6 in the morning because I want to demonstrate something else. So this is 6 in the morning. We just had a date change. I'm going to pop back the crown. Now I'm going with my nail underneath. I go to the first position. So this is the first position. In the first position, the seconds will still operate. Now when I move upwards, we can change the GMT hand with 1 hour. 1 hour intervals when I move the crown upwards, as you can see right here. That's really nice for the Cyclops. So let's say I want to set the time to like 9 in the GMT bezel, as you can see right here. Now when I move downwards, I can change the date. I can advance 1 day. So as you can see, when I go in this direction, which I think is like downwards, as you can see, I can advance with 1 day at a time. So let's keep it like so. I go back to the second position, hacking the seconds, and let's again go to about like, let's say 10, let's say 9:38 or something like that. Now as you can see, no screw down, but it does allow for hacking. So that's the beautiful dial that we had a look at. Now let's have a look at the case. We can see we have quite some thickness. We have a hardlex crystal, and then we have a bit of that Cyclops that extends a little bit. Now I think it's time to remove that NATO strap. This particular NATO strap, I think this is CNS and watch bands, beautiful simple gray NATO strap that I love wearing this watch on. So let's one more time have a look at the dial. I want to point out that the dial itself has plenty of lume on these big hour markers and hands. I think very nice. I like the second hand that has a bit of a lollipop on the bottom part of the hand. I think overall really nice. The bezel does not click, but it's very easy to operate, and I think it's bi-directional. As you can see, you can use that bezel for a third time zone. So we have the first time zone being the hour marker, second time zone is the GMT hand, and finally we have the third time zone using that bezel. What I like about the watch, we have very thick spring bars, original by Seiko. What I like is the drilled lugs, making it super easy to throw in a different 22mm strap. For example, a beautiful leather watch strap. And here we have a closer look at the case back, which is exhibition. We can see the movement. It reads 4R34. We have a reference number, serial number, water resists 10 bar, so that's 100 meters. The watch movement has 24 jewels, and here we can see the movement in action. We can see a fairly simple rotor, and this all looks quite basic but very nice to see that movement of the watch. Also, we can notice that the case back is screwed down, and because of that exhibition, I think it sticks out a little bit. So there's a little bit of thickness to this watch, but then again, there's a whole lot of action with a GMT hand, date complication. So I think that's fairly reasonable. Now let's have a look at the scale. So the watch itself, it weighs about 77 grams. Now with the metal bracelet, 142. And then finally with the spare links, I get about 159 grams. Now what I would suggest is to just use the case and then throw in a NATO strap, because it will make wearing this watch so comfortable on the wrist. I really don't like very bulky and heavy metal bracelets. And when you have something, a NATO strap like this that is so lightweight, as you can see, you can wear a fantastic automatic watch for under 100 grams. So 91 grams, beautiful NATO strap in combination with this beautiful watch. Now, what else do we need to know? If you want to get yourself an alternative watch band Then make sure to get something 22 millimeters. As you can see right here, that is the lug width, 22. One more time here, as you can see, that is 22. Overall, I think dimensions of this watch are really amazing. As you can see, thickness, we are dealing here with, we're dealing with about 13.5 millimeters, so a thickness under 14 millimeters, 100 meters water resist, GMT hand, date complication. I think these things are quite nice. Lug to lug is a bit tough to measure, but let me give it a try. Yeah, lug to lug I get about 45 millimeters. This is a hard metric to measure, but I think it's about 45. Finally, diameter, I get about 42 millimeters. And also this is hard to measure, 41.7. So about 42 millimeters. And finally, let's throw it on the wrist and show you what it looks like. I will also include some daylight video. I think I will include it right here. Me walking around with the watch during the day. That was a bit of a rainy day. But yeah, just to show you what it looks like. Some daylight video while I will throw my watch on a NATO strap to show you what it looks like on my 6¼ inch wrist. So here we back at it. I hope you enjoyed that little daylight video of wearing this watch on my wrist. So I have 6¼ inch wrists, and let me show you what it looks like. So I'm wearing it here on my right wrist, as you can see. This beautiful ribbed NATO strap. Absolutely love it. I would say lug to lug is very nice. The watch itself is quite thick already. The case is quite thick. And then the NATO strap, because it's 2 layers underneath that case, will even add some more thickness. But then again, I really love the NATO style. And here we have it side by side. There's really something iconic about the SKX, about the colors, about the case. I really love it. But then with this SKX discontinued, and this one retails for such a high price. It has a very basic movement, no hacking, no hand winding. Then I think the Seiko 5 has a lot to offer. Now even you have a GMT function. I think it's a very good value for money proposition. We have a date complication. Overall, I think super nice combination. And here one more time, side by side. Yeah, so that's just a super short video comparing the Seiko 5 GMT against the SKX009. My first impressions of this beautiful Seiko watch. I think it's a real beauty. I love how they did the bezel, because I think this is just aluminium, the insert, but it really gives that ceramic vibe with that shine of that gray. One improvement could be making this Seiko 5 with a sapphire crystal. I think that would be really fantastic. Other than that, I think it's just great. I wish they would make it just a little bit thinner. That would be amazing. But yeah, I can tell you, like, I really love this watch. For me personally, I still think the 009 is just even better because it's more iconic, and I think it's maybe more original because it's really ISO certified, 200 meters. It has been around for so many years. But I think this is a great watch to get into the hobby. There's also a version with blue and black. Really reminds me of that Batman Rolex GMT, really beautiful. I went for this black version because, as you can tell with these straps, I think it's really a strap monster to go with that black configuration will go well with any kind of 22mm NATO strap. So this was my video. I hope it has been interesting to watch. If you enjoyed it, then please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon.